Hey everybody, so I was in a chill mood today and I thought I'd just sit here and play some Clash for like 30 minutes, push up some trophies, and hopefully dominate a few players on the way there. So I'm going to be playing some Ice Build today, just pushing up my main account, which I rarely ever play unless it's for a video. So I think it's a good time to actually get it up a couple hundred trophies, assuming we actually can win these games, and see how this goes. So it looks like this guy is playing the deck I was actually running yesterday in the video. That is super duper broken right now, the Magic Archer, Berserker, Bridge Spam, whatever you want to call this deck with the minor wall breakers. Super good in the meta and just has a lot of just outplay potential. And when I say outplay potential, I mean spamming the river faster than your opponent can keep their defenses in hand. But I'm going to go for the NATO on top of this right there. And hopefully we can get a nice win streak going. My goal for this video is to win like 7 or 8 games in a row. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe about 7 I'd say is the prediction. And if I lose any games, I'd be pretty disappointed in myself going to at least 2,000 trophies here. But I'm just going to go ahead and, you know what, I'm actually going to do something kind of aggressive and go for the Tesla up top right here and go for the Expo instantly. I feel like he doesn't have any elixir. I didn't think he would also bats with that push. I was going to go immediate Expo Tesla other lane, but then those bats kind of threw me off. Can I predict the Marcher? We can. Oh, beautiful prediction right there. And already after that start of him just kind of throwing everything at the river, we are still going to be able to pull this one back and be, well, actually he's going to Evo Wall Breakers on 0, 100% here. I guarantee Evo Wall Breakers come down. Yep. So we're actually probably going to be losing just barely, but at least we're going to be having most of his tower down on the left-hand lane. So yeah, we're down about 200 damage. Could have been a lot worse, but also could have been a lot better. If he just didn't play those bats, I would have been able to take his whole tower and only lose about half mine, but can't reminisce on that. Just got to think about the next play. So right now I'm thinking about the elixir count. I think this could be like a little mini guide as well for these type of ranges. I know a lot of people actually that watch my videos say they are in the top like 1,000 range. Or they want to get into the top 1,000 range, and this is a perfect vid for that. So I'm just going to go for the Evo Tesla here. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, I was going to get the value out of the bats anyway, but he just fed me for elixir. I have to say well played just because this deck makes me angry, as I have stated to you guys in the past. But I'm going to go for the log on top of the Berserker. We do get the bomb tower in there as well. He's going to wall breakers. Yep, there it is. I'm going to go for the Ice Whiz. I tried to Ice Whiz, but I accidentally clicked my rocket. Thankfully, it doesn't matter, and we are able to still get the Ice Whiz down in time. Let's go for the Tesla, and imagine if I had the rocket elixir right there, and I accidentally rocketed the wall breakers. That would have been the biggest overcommit ever. There's the Marcher as we kind of anticipated. I'm going to go ahead and NATO that in. And yeah, a lot of people commented about the World Cup game yesterday that the USA won. And I was like, yeah, it was a pretty peak game. I'm not going to lie. I've been watching some today as well. I was watching the Brazil game today before I started recording this video, but just gonna go for the Tesla here on top of that. Oh my goodness, what in the world? I mean, dude, average Magic Archer player. To be fair, he has like no choice, but the way he's spamming at the river, we're not really surprised. I'm gonna go for these skellies like this, then Ice Whiz plus log. That Ice Wizard is not gonna allow him to Magic Archer. What I am gonna do is go for the Evo Tesla. Don't Marcher, you'll embarrass yourself. Don't do it. Okay, we have to give him the well played there, and we have defeated probably the most annoying deck in the meta right now currently, the minor Magic Archer Wall Breakers Bridge Spam deck. Facing Oberth in this next game right here, and hopefully it's going to be a little bit more clean than that last one. That was my first game on in a few hours, so it takes me a bit to get warmed up. He's going to go for the Ice Golem. He's got Hog 2.6. Yep, I can tell off of that Ice Golem play. Nobody that plays Balloon plays like that. Also, usually Balloon decks don't have the Ice Spirit as well, so I am unfortunately going to have to drop this Ice Wizard because I didn't have my NATO in rotation to get the King Tower activation, which kind of sucks. A little bit of a, I guess we had at least Tesla for the starting hand, but a little bit of an unlucky situation there since he did have his Hog first play, basically. I'm going to go for my Knight to back like this right here. Skellies do come down, but not in time. Every little bit of damage in this matchup actually is very important. Whenever you face the best 2.6 Hog players, they're pretty much constantly keeping a Musketeer on the map, and it's making it really hard for me to defend in single, but once we get out of single, we're fine. But this match right here, I think we're honestly in a better situation because I can just get my Tesla down early right now. That Musketeer, I don't think is going to hit the Tesla from the other side of the bridge. I could be wrong about that. Wow, it actually does. I didn't think it would. Wait, what the heck was that? That was kind of funny. I guess I'll just Ice Wizard. Oh, no, I messed up. Well, to be fair, I probably should have expected him to go Hog on basically 0 there, but I can still go for the log. He misses the Fireball because the Hog nudged it because my Tornado pulled the Hog to nudge my Ice Wizard, and yeah, that was a whole, that was honestly a Looney Tunes sequence right there. I think that's the best way to describe it, but it worked out fine. We didn't get King Tower because the Ice Wiz was unfortunately blocking where the Hog was trying to go to get the King Tower activation, but it's fine. It is what it is, and we are only down about a couple hundred damage, or not even 100 damage, actually. On the left side, we have more, so I'm going to go for the Ice with the back on 10 here and just kind of be patient. There's no need to do anything stupid in this matchup. Like, I have a good matchup here. I shouldn't lose this one as long as I don't make any mistakes, so I'm going to go for the Expo with this Ice Wiz, just force him to play defense for a little bit here, and we're almost in double elixir as well, so I don't feel threatened if he tries to make a quick counter. He could Hog on top of this. Yeah, he does. So all I'm going to do is go for the Knight on top of that Hog. I guess I can go ahead and hog this as well. It's not going to really make any difference because the hog will still get that third swing on my Expo. It's okay, though. Let's go ahead and just rocket his tower, low-key. Oh, yeah, we can rocket Tornado this Musketeer, actually, and then I have Evo Tesla, so if he does try and hog instantly, I can get that down, and of course he can't play the Ice Golem there because he has to play the Ice Golem on defense instead of going Ice Golem hog at the bridge, and all things considered, that was a great play going for the rocket, even though we did spend, what, 5 more elixir? Yeah, so 9 elixir to kill that one Musketeer. It was still worth it since we had the Evo Tesla and whatnot. Hope that makes sense, but just gonna go for the rocket on top of the tower once again. This matchup is free as long as I don't make any errors, so he's gonna go for the Ice Golem. I think he's enjoying this gaming experience quite a lot, as you can tell by his emotes right there. But I'm just gonna go for my Tesla here in the center of the map, and hopefully this hog doesn't get a hit of my Tesla. I'm gonna log to make sure it doesn't. It definitely would have if I did not log that, and I want to keep my Tesla alive in case he tries to spam back to another hog rider here, which is probably going to happen. So hog actually comes down in the back on the other side. Very interesting decision from him right there. I am going to go for my knight on this muskie. I think that was kind of an awkward hand, but I will definitely take the king tower activation here off of this hog. I'm not sure why he didn't spam even harder, knowing that I kind of had to play that knight still on the musketeer. I was expecting maybe like another muskie at the bridge, that type of play, but I'm going to go for the log on top of the musketeer again, and then here comes another ice golem hog probably on this left-hand side. Oh, he goes for the turret again. I don't know about that turret. That was definitely a mistake in my opinion. He's played a couple of wonky ones this game so far. I'm just going to go ahead and expo on offense. I mean, maybe he'll make some defensive errors. We don't need to offensive expo, but maybe it could end this game faster is what I'm thinking. Let's go Evo Tesla. Oh, shoot. All right, that was kind of bad timing. Let's go Skellies to block, and then he does go for the Ice Golem. He's going to hog other lane with this Ice Golem, obviously. So all I'm going to do is tornado this to the middle of the map to make sure the Tesla pops up for it and takes it out. Hog is jumping right there, and then the Expo is going to force him to play that cannon. So we're doing really good right now, just controlling the pace of the match. Expo does not connect on tower, but it's okay. I'm going to go for the Tesla in the sensor once more. Is he going to concede? No, he's not. He's going to keep playing. I guess he went for the prediction musketeer right there, but unfortunately for the opponent, it didn't really connect. Another very just like not great turret. I'll be honest, these turrets have not been great this game. I will say Evo hero musketeer with a turret can cause you some issues, but this match we haven't had any problems. I'm gonna go for the Expo. He's probably gonna cannon, so I'm just gonna drop my knight down right here to block the muskie, then Skellies for the cannon. Perfect. We actually do get the Skellies down in time as well, and I can log to make sure everything dies. Not too shabby. A musketeer is going to be quite annoying, but I can just go for the Evo Tesla. Oh, come on. This muskie, it just doesn't die. He goes for another muskie, other lane. Wait, maybe I should go for a prediction rocket on the hog just for fun. Why not let it fly right there? I think we're chilling. Wait, did he just use the ability? Did you guys hear that audio cue? I think he used the ability right there, but I'm not 100% sure. Even if well, if it did the audio cue, it probably took the 3 elixir from him, right? Like I would assume, but I didn't see it come out at all, so I don't know. That was kind of an interesting sequence right there, but just gonna go for these Skellies like this. There's the turret. We can go for the Tesla here, log on top of all that, and we should be absolutely chilling. Very good win right there. We do win by like a convincing 1,000 HP, so the game was really never close, but all we had to do is pretty much control the musketeer, not let the turret get too much value, and he couldn't do much from that point onwards. Up against the Terminator Clash Royale right here. I'm going to see what he has, but based off his name, I'm going to predict like some cycle deck. I don't know why. Just going to go for the log on top of that right there. He has a snowball, so I could be correct about that. Potentially drill or maybe balloon is what I'm thinking off of those first 2 cards. But let's see what he does. He goes for a ghost in the back. So ghost, snowball, and Larry's. I actually don't know. Maybe some type of like bridge spam. A lot of decks just kind of put in skeletons, which of course makes sense. Yep, it is boss bandit, so it's going to be a double bridge spam deck type of whatever you want to call this, with either battle ram or the ram rider right now. So I'm going to go for the log on top of the bandit. I kind of don't like my hand right now. Boss bandit, I've always found this card super hard to defend. And now I have to eat a Ram Rider shot, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to take one more hit, but I can get the King Tower activation here. Hopefully, yes, okay. That is one of the only good times, or the good things that the Tornado does, is it doesn't kill cards. So even though the Ram Rider was low HP, it didn't die because the Tornado literally like heals the units, I swear. They might as well just make it do 0 damage at this point. It doesn't change hardly anything. But I'm just going to go ahead and wait for him to do the next play. I don't think that this is going to be that hard of a win if I sequence my cards correctly. It really depends on his spell, because sometimes this deck has a poison, sometimes it has a vine, sometimes it has a lightning, sometimes it has a fireball. You really never know what to expect with this deck exactly. He also snowballed right there, so snowball makes me think probably lightning. Lightning is probably the worst case scenario in this one, but even if like he does have the lightning spell, I'm going to be able to go opposite lane with my Expo. And actually right here, I'm going to drop my Expo on 0. I know this might be a little weird, but he has no boss bandit in rotation. He has to defend both sides right now, and he just dropped 8 elixir, so we know his elixir bar is empty. He is low, probably just as low as me right here in this situation, so I'm just going to go ahead and and kite this bandit over here so we can go ahead and grab that expo damage on tower. Can I get this Ice Whiz down in time for the ghost? Please retarget. No! Oh my goodness. I think if I would have got it down a half, like a millisecond faster, we could have got the retarget right there and gotten that extra, like, what, 400 expo damage or something? Man, that would have been nice. It's still, you know, still good damage. I can't complain. But we're back in the game, and we have King Tower, of course, which is very important against a deck like this one. He's 100% going to spam the ridge here. Wait, I have an idea. If I could Rocket NATO both of these, oh, go for the ability. Yes. Pull it backwards. Oh, no. Ooh. That was clean. That one made me feel good. I mean, there's no better feeling than hitting a Rocket NATO like that. It's just so satisfying feeling. So I'm just going to go for the Larrys like this in the middle of the map. The bandit is going to die. I almost called it a boss bandit. Let's go for the Ice Whiz the back. It's hard to keep up with the commentary when there's two different bandits like dashing at multiple times. There's no card in this game that's as similar as the boss bandit and the bandit. It's literally the exact same mechanic. It's kind of funny, but I'm going to go for the log like this. They weren't too creative when coming up with the boss bandit, huh? Let's go for the Rocket Skellies right here. Okay, I might have just lost. Dude, there's too much dashing happening. My brain can't wrap my head around what's happening. Let's go ahead and just wait for this to happen. I need to Tesla first, because if I don't Tesla, that ram's connecting no matter what. So I'm going to go for the log and the Skellies. Please die. You know what? All things considered, that didn't go that badly. It could have gone worse. It definitely could have gone better, but I think we defended that for like the situation that we were in pretty well. I'm going to go for the Ice Whiz the back, and has he even played his big spell? He has not, right? Where's the lightning at? Or is it a fireball? Is it a poison? It's a fireball. Okay, he answered my question. All I had to do was ask him, you know? He can hear me. They got to add Clash voice chat for one day, just for one April Fool's. One day, man. And of course, have some type of sensory with it. I think it'd be fun, but that'd be such peak content. Oh my goodness. Or maybe they should do like a 2v2 league where you can talk to your teammate in the game. Is there any way to do that? That'd be so fun. Like literally. Of course they'd have to censor it like crazy, but let's go for the Ice Wizard back left here. I don't want to give him too much fireball value on my right hand lane because he'll be able to catch back up pretty swiftly. If that's the case, but just gonna go for these Skellies like this right here. But yeah, I've been on my soccer fix recently. Like I've been watching some of the World Cup games, and I started watching an anime called Blue Lock as well, like a week ago now. So I'm like all dialed in on it. It's a perfect mixture of the two together right now. But just gonna go for the Ice Whiz plus Knight up top, on top of the Boss Bandit and the Executioner. Really good micro and just control of the map. And now that he just burnt his Exy again, and it's the evolution one, I can go for the Expo on this left hand side. I just love making videos like this where I feel like I have no pressure. I'm just kind of chilling and talking to y'all while I'm, you know, playing some decent Clash Royale, at least average Clash Royale for sure here. But Evo Tesla's going to take care of business. The Ram Rider's going to jump the bridge. Oh, we don't get the connection right there. That could have easily gotten on tower if we were a bit more fortunate with the interaction, but still, it's all good. We're doing great. I'm going to go for the log as well. We just need to rocket last second. That's all we need right here. No pressure at all. 10 seconds remaining. We can just go ahead and drop that rocket down right now. He does go for the boss bandit. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's not enough time for that to somehow magically, you know, like it does, magically sneak its way to my tower. None of that happening here, and we do secure the victory. Nice win right there against a pretty, you know, stressful deck to defend against. You could see in single I had some troubles, but at least we held on and didn't take too much damage, and we were able to come back pretty easily. So yeah, nice win. Facing against Curson in this next match, and I was on TikTok earlier, and I saw like this page where it's like this girl and then her dad, who's like a grandpa now, so I don't know how old he is, but like he was like setting up the entire like adult league, soccer league pitch and stuff, and it was cool. I thought that would be epic. That's gonna be me when I'm like 65 years old, and I can barely walk around just like playing soccer. But I'm gonna go for the Ice Whiz the back and then go for the Tesla right here. The reason I'm gonna go for this Tesla is because he already battle rams. I was originally gonna go for the Knight. This guy 100% has Magic Archer, by the way. Don't do it. Okay, I should have just predicted it, man. They always go for that play. Will he use the ability? That is a question. No, he does not. I'm actually gonna go for the Expo on this right hand side, because he has to play something on this Knight and that Ice Wizard, right? So that's going to be damage no matter what. Why would he... Oh, okay, I'm kind of confused at the sequencing done by the opponent. Like, why would he not go for something on top of that right there? He just let it connect to his tower. I mean, it ended up working pretty well for him, and he didn't get down that much damage, so maybe it was a smart play, but I was expecting at least like a Pekka or at least like 5 Elixir played, but he was the middle, which bought him some time and was able to defend my Expo. I still think Expoing was the right play right there because it forced him to play Elixir and let my Knight connect on his tower, so I think it was a good play regardless, and we do definitely come out of that situation winning because we have King Tower, and King Tower against Pekka Bridge Spam is amazing. It's super nice to have. I'm going to just go ahead and drop down my Tesla early. I don't think he'll try and snipe this since it is single elixir, like I said. You know, some people just literally don't care and they will play everything on 0, but you can tell others at least are thinking, oh yeah, if I do this, there's going to be a consequence. And it's definitely kind of interesting to see the difference. You can tell it in real time in the matches too, what the opponent's thinking in their mind. At least if you played this game for as long as I have. I'm like an unk in this game at this point, but just going to go for the Ice Wizard here, and in real life almost, genuinely, oh my goodness. But I'm just going to pull this in on top of the Knight, and he does go for the ability. I don't think that's a great play. It's 2 elixir. Does it really benefit him? No. I'm going to go log on top of this Marcher. He wasted his Bandit as well, so I can just go ahead and drop down my Knight in the sensor, and I think now is a good time to just go ahead and drop down a offensive bow in the middle, really start, you know, like pressuring him a little bit on offense. Okay, so he's going to E-Wiz this most likely. I'm going to have my Tesla ready. I'm just going to go for the Tesla on this left-hand side right now. Oh, perfect. That's literally perfect timing. Literally perfect. Nice prediction right there. It wasn't even a prediction, but it kind of was in a way, because it was technically a reaction since he already had placed it, but it was still kind of a prediction. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it a prediction to make myself happy, but let's go for the X-Ball on this left-hand lane as well. Bandit does come down. I'm not going to NATO that. I'm just going to be patient here. He's going to probably Pekka again. Yeah, he does. So I'm just going to get the Knight down. Now, 99% of the time, they're going to play something with this Pekka, like at the river. So I'm just going to go for my Tesla here and just wait. He's going to E-Wiz right now. Yep, I knew it. Dude, I'm such a nerd. Oh my gosh. Let's go for the Skellies on top of the Pekka. Can I get a connection? We cannot. Dang, all that for no connection. Man, I feel like I worked hard for that one, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and just go for my Ice Wiz on top of this Ghost right now. And I don't know if he'll Marcher this, but I'm not going to find out. I'm just going to go Knight and make sure he doesn't. And then Defensive Expo instantly here to get that DPS going. There's the Marcher and the Sensor as well, which is perfect for me. But yeah, we've had a nice reaction slash prediction, a couple of reaction slash prediction plays this game so far. So I'm going to go for the log on top of the Marcher again right now. And only a minute 40 left. I think we could probably defend perfectly and rocket him out of this game. He does go for the Ghost in the back, so I'm just going to go for my Ice Wizard in the back as well, kind of towards the middle, so he doesn't get an easy Marcher lineup or an easy Fireball. He does go for the Bandit, so we can get the Larrys down in time. I can go low log. That actually is going to clip the Marcher as well, which is super epic. And now that should kill the Battle Ram. Unfortunately, it didn't kill it in time to keep the Tesla alive, really, so that sucks. But I can just go for the Ice Wiz here, go for the Knight as well, and then we're back to a log and one more card, which is going to kill both this Battle Ram. We'll knock it back and then also kill the Marcher. Very good value right there in that situation. And yeah, we're dominating this match with only a minute left. Triple Elixir can definitely get scary with a lot of pressure coming at me, but I think if we just maintain our composure. If he goes Marcher, I'm going to NATO this, by the way, and yep, perfect. Let's go ahead and NATO this into the middle here. The Tesla takes care of business. He does use the ability. I don't think that's going to benefit him, though, because I can just go ahead and log it if I wanted. And also, Defensive Expo is going to get nice value here, just sitting on the map. Pekka comes down. Do I rocket that? It's tempting, but I don't need to, so I'm just going to go for the Knight in the back and then go for the Skellies as well with another Tesla up top. A Fireball comes down, so you know what that means. Another Defensive Expo. And yeah, there's really no way for him to break through with all of the defensive stuff we have on the map right now. He does go for a pretty desperate Marcher. I guess he kind of has to get aggressive like that since the time is ticking for him to do anything on offense. Now, another Bandit comes down. I'm going to Evo Tesla here on top of that and make sure... Wait, what? That Bandit like went back across the bridge. What in the world is that interaction? It's whatever, I guess. We can go Skellies up top. That kind of messed up my defense a bit, but it's okay because now we have the Knight kiting over that Ghost, and we shouldn't have any trouble. With only 13 seconds, I'm going to go for the Ice Wiz up top and then go for the Knight like this right here. Ice Wiz should actually go ahead and take out that entire Marcher, which is absolutely perfect. Tornado Skellies, and we are going to secure this victory right here. Nice win. I think we played that one not like amazingly, but, you know, good enough to win the game. And that's really all you need is a solid defense and not allowing the Marcher to get any extra chip damage after that first Marcher that he played, of course, which I should have predicted that one too. But yeah, nice win against Pekka Bridge Spam. Okay, I think I'm officially warmed up now after that last match. We played that one pretty well, but just going to go for the log on top of the tower right now and see what this guy wants to do. Immediate scar me, so that was, you know, should have been, I guess, not really. You can't blame yourself for that, but... I should have known. I should have just magically known he had the Skarmy in his hand. But Mini Pekka comes down. Okay, this is... I'm going to try and wait a second here because he's probably going to use the ability. I'm going to go for the NATO now. Please don't miss. No. Oh, no, don't do it. Oh, my gosh. I hate that interaction. Does that happen to anyone else? I cannot stand that, dude. And Tornado is such an awkward card, like with the Mini Pekka, that you have to time it correctly. Oh, my gosh. And, of course, it was just like a little tiny bit too little of the suction there from the Tornado to... you know, of course, pull that to the King Tower, and then, of course, it's 1 HP and gets a hit. Both things went wrong right there. I mean, just geez Louise. One of those interactions that are genuinely rage-inducing in-game losing if you do mess them up, but it's my fault. I guess I could have been more patient, but think about it like this, right? So, the Mini Pekka, if I am more patient and he doesn't pop the ability, which he was going to pop the ability, I should have just expected that anyway, But if I'm more patient and he does an ability, I would have got a hit on my tower. If I am a little bit, just like a tiny bit less patient right there, and go for the tornado early completely, he'll pop the ability and the tornado won't even like get the mini Pekka at all. So it was kind of like a weird interaction. That one always messes me up. I think it genuinely is the most like hard timing in the game to get if you're not expecting or like reacting the millisecond they put down the ability, which it's impossible to do. So I'm gonna go for these skellies like this right here and just wait for him to do something. Minions come down. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind that. I'm actually going to go Ice Fist like this on the other side and let that clean up shop right there. Mini Pekka should not get to my tower. He's going to go for the ability. No, he's not. I'm surprised he didn't go for the ability right there. Wait, he has level 15 minions. I think I just realized that. He does go for the Sparky, so I can just rocket that immediately. And even after that missed Mini Pekka tornado, whatever you want to call that, bad interaction, and him getting that shot on tower, we still are only down about 1 rocket, so it's not the end of the world right there. Mistakes happen, I guess, is basically the moral of the story, especially in Clash. So I'm going to go for the Ice Wizard. Actually, I'm going to go Expo. Let's get aggressive. I was going to go Ice Wizard back and chill, but I want to try and get aggressive. He's going to Scar me. Yep, there it is. It was so obvious because he obviously had the Scar me evolution in rotation. Let's go Ice Wizard on top of the minions, and then I have no choice but to NATO this. I might have just lost because now he's going to Horde, right? Bro, I mean, this guy's got infinite elixir or something. What's going on? Let's go for the Knight on top of this Mini Pekka, and then Tesla here. I guess I should not have Expo'd. Moral of the story right there. Don't Expo on offense because that card is trash. We're still fine. I mean, we are down quite a lot now. It's going to be hard to come back from the situation, so I'm going to mute my emotes to focus. I feel like that makes me play better all the time. So I'm going to go for the log like this right now, and then Skellies. He does giant, so I'm forced to rocket this. Not exactly the best feeling ever, but I have no choice, and we can just go for the Tesla in the sensor as well. Oh my goodness, no, not the time for 20% battery, please. Okay, we're good, I think. Tesla's going to clean up shop, and he might use the ability. He does have the underleveled minions. I don't think it's really changing anything in this game necessarily because my Ice Wiz plus NATO still doesn't kill it. Hashtag buff the tornado. That card sucks as well. But anyways, he's probably going to giant in front of the Sparky right here if I had to make a prediction. I'm going to go for my Evo Tesla early. He doesn't giant, actually, he just waits, which is interesting. I'm going to go for the Knight as well down here on top of the Sparky. Okay, I thought that Tesla might help out. I'm playing sloppy this game, like, just when I get warmed up, I start playing bad again. What's wrong with me? Let's go log on top of the Mini Pekka. Skelly's in the middle, and then he's probably going to Sparky again, most likely. So I'm going to go for the Expo here and try and get aggressive. He does actually Sparky. Now, hold on a second. If he giants, I can rocket both of them. Wait. This could be a chance to do something. Let's get the Knight down as soon as humanly possible right here, and then that should kill the giant. He's going to Scar me. I'm ready for it, though. Give me the Scar me, please. There it is. I'm going to go log on that Scar me instantly. I'm going to go Ice Wiz and Skellies because he just zapped, and of course he has to Mini Pekka this. So now we're going to get the Ice Wiz on tower, and the Skelly's going to protect my Ice Wizards. Well, at least one of them. That 1 HP Ice Wiz is genuinely the MVP of this game. I'm not even kidding. So, look at the damage. The 1 HP. One more. Oh my gosh, 1 HP Ice Wizard. That needs to be, like, have a book written about it or something with how epic it just saved us right there. I'm going to go ahead and let that die out. And now, just like that, all of the bad things that have happened this match, we pull back and we are able to secure the lead here and hopefully secure this game without any more troubles and any more mistakes, please, Hunter. Let's go for the Tesla up top, and that's going to go ahead and kill that Sparky pretty quickly. I'm going to Ice Wizard plus NATO. He obviously will minion horde, but that's fine because I have my Evo Knight in cycle, and also my Evolution Tesla is back in rotation as well to defend this. So I'm going to go for the Evo Tesla like this right now, and then hopefully this Sparky dies. That would be pretty cool. I'm going to rocket early while we have time. Don't want to get myself in a situation where I'm like stuck defending and then I don't have any time to rocket, so we're good. 7 seconds. What a nice comeback right there. Definitely not the cleanest game of Clash Royale I've ever played in my life, but you know, a win is a win, and of course, it's always nice to come back after you have a bad start or make a few mistakes and still pull off a victory, even though, you know, you could have done better overall. I rarely ever go and like watch movies in a theater or anything. Like the last one I watched was the Demon Slayer movie. Speaking of skill, by the way, this guy is in a wing. But yeah, and then the one that I watched like when it first came out was the Obsession like scary movie, and apparently it's like one of the greatest movies of the year or something, and I literally never go and watch movies, so I guess I just picked a good time to go watch one randomly. But yeah, it was a peak movie. I was genuinely like, wow, this is crazy afterwards. It was a crazy ending and everything, not to spoil, but just gonna go for the Knight to back right here. We're facing Hyperbait. I mean, nothing better than this is like the obsession of Clash Royale is Hyperbait. I mean, everybody plays this darn deck, I swear, for so many seasons now. I'm gonna go for the Tornado on top of this Dark Goblin and pull it into the Knight. Okay, I'm glad he didn't play anything in front of that, or things might have gone awkward. He's gonna wall breakers. Dude, I can't stand this deck. Let's go for the Knight like this. Hopefully the wall breaker doesn't connect through all those skellies. I mean, really. So Looking at the situation now, we are currently down already 2,000 damage, and honestly, I could have NATO'd the first barrel, now that I'm thinking about it, because I did have NATO in cycle, right, I think, but I just wasn't ready for that to be, to get spammed on both lanes in the first 3 seconds of me loading into the game, I guess. Let's go ahead and NATO this. Hopefully I time it correctly. Okay, we missed one of the goblins because I'm a noob. Still think we're going to be okay right here because, I mean, as long as you just don't lose your whole tower and can keep your tower at about 1,000 or so, I think you can come back against Hyperbait. This guy, I mean, this is the worst type of Clash player. I don't know if it's just me, but if you are going to commit yourself to playing a deck like this over and over and over again, I think it makes you overall, like, worse at the game because you're pretty much just playing only offense. And a lot of decks are like that nowadays, but this one, for example, you are not ever really having to defend smartly. You've got range units that kind of like bail you out of situations, like the Dark Goblin, for example, where you can get infinite value out of it if it just is placed down in a decent, placement. And I think that a deck like this just promotes the worst type of game at play overall, so in the entire game of Clash. Maybe you could argue Golem first play or something is worse, but I mean, realistically, they're both on the same par for sure. He has 2 Valkyries down already, which is pretty epic, and even after, like, the reason this deck is so annoying is because even after 10,000 nerfs to it, it's still good. Like, it's still very good, not even just good. It just seems like you can never kill the deck off no matter what you do to it. But anyways, enough yapping about that. Let's go ahead and win this game. I could tornado that, but I'm just gonna play it safe right here and be smart. Let's go for these skellies like this right now. He's gonna probably protect that Dark Goblin. No, he does not. That's actually a pretty big mistake because look at my hand right now. I have Expo next in rotation. I'm gonna Ice with the back, and then I think we go for the Expo and then immediately try and predict his cannon in the middle. I think that's the play here because if he does cannon, we're in a good spot. Yep, he does indeed. So we actually were like 3 seconds ahead of his cannon right there. Very nice prediction, and I've played against this deck enough times to just know what they're going to do. He's going to Dark Goblin this side. I know he is. Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is perfect. We're literally like inside of his brain right now, and we're still not getting Expo damage, which is crazy. Thankfully, Expo should connect here. Please, Expo. There we go. We'll take that. So we're back down to only a slight deficit now, and honestly, I think we just go Knight the back and try and play decent defense for a little bit now. Maybe I should go for an offensive Expo. I'm going to Evo Tesla here. That's in the inside tile, so I'm going to go for these skellies on top of that. Not too shabby. I think it's a weird play, but I am going to switch lanes, and I'm going to instantly log this Dark Goblin too. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to wait, because he'll probably play a Valk in front. Now I'm going to log it. Okay, perfect. We get a little bit of extra value, I guess, right there with that log. Not that it really helped me, honestly. That was kind of a dumb play. I should just logged it instantly, but still, overall, we forced the princess, and all that Expo is doing is helping me get back to a second one, and this is the Expo I think we can win the game off of, because now he's in quite the predicament. Also, that Expo on the left-hand side, by the way, don't sleep on that. He's not even defending it at all, and he's committing fully to this right-hand side. I'm going to Ice Fist too. Wow, he actually committed even more to the right-hand side. Okay, that was a bad night, but I didn't expect him to wall breakers, I guess. No, oh my gosh, I knew he was going to princess, but I didn't have Elixir for the Tesla yet. That quite sucks a lot, but it's fine. I'm going to just let that Dark Goblin do its thing. He's probably going to go for the Valk in front, so I'm just going to log right now. Try and time it perfectly. We do indeed time it correctly, and I can just go for the Knight like this down low. Let's go ahead and Tesla as well to make sure those wall breakers don't connect to my tower, and we should be fine. Princess comes down in the middle of the map. I can go defensive Expo all the way low. This Expo is going to be really good because it's going to just help out constantly. He's going to be playing things the whole rest of this match, and he can't get to my Expo, so as long as I have this on the map, I feel pretty confident with my defense. So I'm going to go for the log like this. Tornado, I guess, on the right-hand side. I probably didn't even need to. I could have just taken the damage, but let's go for one rocket just to give us some breathing room. Oh, imagine we got the Dark Goblin in there. That would have been pretty epic, but it's all good. He's going to go for a very, very deep barrel, which, of course, I have, eyes, so I can see, and I can just log on top of that. The Princess is going to get on my tower, but it doesn't matter because he just fed my Expo that has been on the map for 40 seconds, 2 more Princesses, and I will definitely take that. I think we played that game well. Of course, the beginning was it's just Hyperbait, so you're going to take damage even if you're defending decently, and we are going to secure this victory. It was a little bit of a dragged on game. I think we had that one secured after about like 4 minutes, but yeah, we'll take it. Okay, here we go against Fino Mino in this next one, and now I remember this guy used to play like some random deck with like RG Minion Horde Sparky Hog or something. I doubt he's still playing that because that just sounds outlandish right now, but just gonna go for my Larry's. Okay, are we serious? I have to Ice Fist this because my Tesla is 8th card in my hands, and I just lost the game. So this game is really annoying, and I'm going to break it down what just happened right here. He's going to get a billion damage from this minion horde. I can't do anything about it. I could Knight on 0. I'm going to have to Knight anyway for these minions, but whatever. Okay, so let me just tell you why I hate Clash Royale, and it makes me so angry more than any other game in this world. So, basically, one thing just caused all that damage, right? If I have the Tesla for the Giant, I put the Tesla in the middle of the map, and we're completely chilling. Since my Tesla is not in rotation, I am forced to play the Ice Wizard on the Giant, which Of course, as you just saw, lost me the game immediately because I don't have the minion horde, like a counter for the minion horde besides the Ice Wizard in my deck at all, really. And the Tornado, as you know, now is terrible and doesn't do any DPS to the minion horde. So the fact that I didn't have my Tesla in my hand lost me all of that damage. If I just had Tesla, I could have waited with the Ice Wizard, and then once he played his minion horde, I'd go Ice Wizard Tornado. It would kill it instantly, and I just messed up my Knight there too. I'm a noob, but it's fine. Yeah, that pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. That is one of the worst things about Clash is whenever somebody plays like this, and you take all that damage because you don't have the right hand to start the game. It's probably the most infuriating thing about Clash Royale is the starting hand stuff, but obviously I don't know what they're supposed to do about that. It's just kind of part of the game, but that pisses me off when somebody like relies completely on cheesing you rather than actually building the push that is supposed to break through, if that makes sense. But anyways, we're almost in double elixir. This game's not over. Like, I can still come back, but that caused a rant out of me because it was so frustrating. And you could probably hear the anger in my voice, but just gonna go log on the right hand side since there's more Larrys over there, and we're in double now. I think we can come back. I'm just going to lock in because I don't want to lose after that garbage beginning. Let's go for the rocket on top of that Sparky right there. But yeah, like, think about it like this. You're Muhammad Light, right? And that happens to you, and then bang, you just lost to a player significantly worse than you because the hand is impossibly cheesy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing worse. But I'm going to go for the Knight right here on the left-hand side. I do have the Tesla. I'm glad I waited. Also, I just realized he doesn't even have the Evo Minion Horde, so I can definitely come back in this game. If I just play well. So let's see what he does right here. Sparky comes down immediately. I'm just going to defensive expo because he's not back to Giant, right? So he could scar me the bridge or mini Pekka, but either of those don't really help him that much. Now, I think Sparky's just going to get taken out. He does go for the minions. I don't think he's going to support the Sparky anymore. Yeah, Ice Wizard is going to clean up those minions. Perfect right there. And we should be all good. So now we're only down 1,400. I'm going to go Knight the back like this and just really see what he does want to do. I'm going to go for the Tesla. It's my turn to start getting aggressive with my plays and, really just trying to find a way to get damage that isn't just, of course, like, we can't really rocket when he has a Sparky, or we're going to be in some trouble. Speaking of rocket, though, what is that Sparky placement? That is a huge mistake, and it's actually going to allow me to now get a free rocket on his tower, which is huge, now bringing the deficit down to about 1,000. Ice Wizard's on tower. He's going to minion horde probably here, or just minions, either one. I do have Skellies. He does go for the minions. Okay, I'm going to try and be patient. Let's go Ice Wizard on top of those minions right there. That should completely kill, and once again, he's made too many mistakes to the point where, like, we should be fine now, and we're actually down less than an entire rocket. I think just a little bit. Wait, how much damage is that? Like 500? I think just about a rocket's damage is what we're down now. But yeah, as you can see, the skill difference has slowly closed the game back in, and also this is a good matchup, but the pressure from him has not been very good since that beginning, which it also wasn't very good. It was just lucky. Like, there's no other way to put it than it was a lucky start to the game for the opponent. Let's go ahead and drop the Skellies on top of the Sparky, Ice Wizard on top of the minions, and then Knight on top of the Sparky with a log over here. He does go for the Zap to kill the Ice Wiz, but I have Tornado for that. And now we could see a minion horde the bridge potentially with a Giant. I would not be surprised if we saw that right now. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and set my Tesla up in the middle. Sparky comes down again. I'm going to defensive. Now, this is a bit risky. I need to get a rocket on his tower at some point fairly soon, but I don't need to rush it. We have plenty of time. I'm not going to, do something that's going to instantly cost me the game. Let's go ahead and drop down our log on the Sparky and then just go for the Tesla up top like this. I'm actually going to do something kind of weird and go for the offensive bow. Now, this is a very risky play and could definitely come back to bite me potentially, but I think it's going to work out since we did protect our Tesla and our Expo. He's forced to play everything he has. On top of the Sparky, or not Sparky, on top of the Expo right there, and the Sparky doesn't even come down in time. We are completely chilling. I can Tornado this over. I meant Mini Pekka, not Sparky, whatever, same thing. I'm just going to go for the Tesla here, and we should be good now, and that's game over. So yeah, nice win. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoy the Butch clip, and yeah, peace.